Alright guys, today we're going to be creating these really fun mixed media birds. If you're in Miss Courtney's class, you're going to do this all on Friday in your hour-and-a-half session. If you're in Miss Caitlin's or my class, Miss Elkin's class, then we're going to do this across 2 sessions because it takes a little bit longer than an hour to do everything. Okay, the first step is going to be to paint your background. We're all going to use the same color of blue. It's going to be a light blue. May not be the exact blue that I'm using. But it will all be a light blue. So you're going to paint that all one solid color. Okay, once you're done with painting it all light blue, your teacher, whoever that may be, is going to come around with some black paint. We're not giving you black today. Okay, black paint. And we're going to add your line for where your birds are going to be. After we add the line, you need to go blow dry. Now, you don't have to have all of the blue completely dry when you're blow drying, but you definitely want the black line. Okay, so we're just going to add a line right there with a paintbrush and black paint, and then you're going to go blow dry this section right here. It's okay if these sections are not completely dry, but we want this middle section, especially this line with the black, to be dry. Okay, once you're done blow drying, I still have a few wet places. That's okay. It's not gonna be that big a deal. It's kind of cool when colors mix on your paper anyway. You're gonna get 5 colors to choose from for your birds. You're gonna get red, yellow, blue, pink, and green, okay? Now, when we think about real birds can be very colorful, all right? And I'm okay if you make them a little bit colorful, but just for the purposes of today, we want to, like if I'm going to do a blue bird here, I want it to be mostly blue. I don't want to do like a blue head and a yellow body and a red tail, because that's going to take a long time for one. And 2, we're coming back next week to add all kinds of creative details. So you really want like a red bird, a blue bird, a yellow bird, and you can do it however you want, okay? We want to have at least 5 birds across. You could do more if you have time or space, but let's try to shoot for at least 3 to 5 birds, okay? So I'm going to start in the middle. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to do a blue bird to start with. I like this blue. So what you want to do for your first bird is we're going to have a big oval for the bird's body. Okay, and then this black line kind of goes across it. It's okay if it gets covered up a little bit, but I'm going to do a tail right there. And then we need a head. Now we're not doing beaks today, we're not doing eyes. We're just giving it its basic body. Okay, so we've got a big oval for the body. We've got its tail, we've got its head. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse my paintbrush and move on to my next color. You can spread them out a little bit. I'm going to try to make mine touch, and I'm going to do a pink bird next. Okay, I'm going to make this one right here. And it could be like a short fat bird, have a smaller head. This one looks almost the same as this one. I'm going to give it the same tail. Next to that one, let's say I do a red bird. This one I'm going to make shorter. So you can make them kind of different sizes. I'm going to make them short. Just a short little chunky bird. Chunky. Give him a head. I like a little fat potato. And then for his tail, I'm going to give him 2 pieces of tail, like that. Okay, I'm going to come back over here and do some more over here so that it's nice and even. I'm going to do, and if there's a color you don't like, you don't have to do it. I could do another red bird here and a yellow bird here. You don't have to use all the different colors, okay? Now my blue is not totally dry, So some of this is probably going to turn green, and that's okay. I'm going to make this one another short bird. And I'm going to give him some head feathers like this. And then I'm going to give him kind of like a cool funky tail like that. Or her. It looks a little bit like a cockatiel. So now I have 4. We said at least 5. I'm going to use all the colors that I have. So I'm going to use this green. And I'm going to do another bird that's kind of big right here. Now, if you have time, you can keep going and do some more. If you don't have time, you can turn that in and be done. It's up to you. I think I'm going to do one more on each side. I like that yellow. It turned out really good. Give it a bigger head. What about that? Okay. And then one more over here. I'm going to repeat this blue in the middle. I liked it. Just do a tiny bird right here on the end. It's like a little baby bird. Okay, so there's my birds. I'm all done. That's all we're doing this week is we're painting our background, doing our line, and then painting our birds. Now, if you're in Miss Courtney's class, okay, you're gonna blow dry this and then you'll be ready for the next step. If you're not in Miss Courtney's class, you're gonna put this in the drying rack with your name in the corner, and then we're gonna work on them some more next week, okay? Okay, the final step is to add your add-ons to your birds. If you are in Miss Courtney's class, you want to make sure everything is as dry as possible, especially on the heads where we're going to be gluing most of this. You will also have feathers, but I do not have feathers at school with me right now. So I will not be adding feathers, but you could put feathers on their heads. You could cover up part of their tail with feathers, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do are some of these beaks. You'll have scissors and glue and stuff. So what I'm going to do, you can make it looking down like this, like it's looking forward. You can make it looking to the side. I'm going to put a little dab of glue right there. And then I'm going to do this. So we'll already have beaks cut for you. There will be big ones and small ones, just a variety of beaks at your table. If you want to, you could put the glue on the tip of your beak. Okay, so I have these two looking to the side at each other. This one has a big beak. They can be cartoony and comical. This one has kind of more of a normal beak. And again, you'll have feathers, so you can give it like feathers for wings, or maybe some of them might have a little feather up top. I wouldn't do like on every single one of them feathers here and feathers here and feathers here. That might be a little bit too much, but on this one maybe give it feathers here, and on this one maybe give it a little head feather, and on this one do something different, or just skip that one with feathers and do something here. You want to give it a little variety. That's really important in art. That's why when I'm doing my beaks, some of them are looking at each other, some of them are looking up and down, some of them have big beaks, some of them have small beaks. I'm going to have this one looking straight up, like from behind, like it's faced the other way, or it could even be facing the same way and looking up there. Okay, and then I'm going to give this one a teeny tiny beak. Look how tiny it is. So if you're in Miss Courtney's class, this is going to be a big turnaround for you guys. You're going to go from painting to gluing. So you guys need to help clean up. And I know she usually has a smaller class, so it's a little bit more manageable, but that's a lot of supplies out in one day. So make sure that you're helping clean up and you're keeping things neat, okay? All right, so there's all my beaks, and the last step is to do our peel and stick eyes. I have some others that are really cute that I'm gonna make sure I have for you guys. All I could find right now are these, and they are just stickers that you can put on. So I'm gonna start right here with this one and give it some peel and stick eyes. I really think the feathers are gonna make a huge difference on these. They're gonna be so cute with feathers on a few of them. And and then also the different eye types are going to make a huge difference on yours. Y'all's, so what I'm trying to say is yours are going to be cuter than mine. This one's looking up and to the side, so I'm just going to give it one eye, like the other eye is on the other side. This one's kind of got crazy eyes. And then these two are looking at each other, so I'm just giving them one eye too. But I'm going to place this eye so that it's looking that direction. And then I'm going to place this eye so that it's looking up. Okay? Now again, you guys will have different eye choices and you'll have some feathers. And I think that'll make a huge difference in yours. But mine's pretty cute as it is, okay? So there are our mixed media birds on our cardboard pieces.